Okay, careful now. All that matters is the orb. Carrying the orb, protecting the orb. I just have to make sure to not...
You have displeased the orb.
Hello, my fellow Hylians. Welcome one and all, and I hope that you, unlike me, managed to please the orb, for in doing so you will be rewarded with a weapons inventory that permanently looks like this with very little effort. The collection of the strongest weapons in the game that actually have some durability. Yes, you can get like 170 plus using the Royal Claymore, but you only get it for 3 hits outside of a Lynel's back, so this is truly where it's at. And not to be mentioning you be plundering an ancient tomb and taking its treasure for yourself. And let's be honest, who can resist plundering the odd ancient sacred grave? Alright then, let's go through one of the most hidden away and both complex yet definitely satisfying side quests in the game that I would argue probably out of all of them is most worth doing. So to get on with said doing, we need to head to the Gerudo Desert and of course the Gerudo town within. Now if you've arrived here pre the Lightning Temple, you're gonna find the place in quite the state, covered in sand, like more than normal for a town in the middle of a desert, and generally in ruins with everyone hiding in the shelter below. But fear not, for we can head to the throne room, move the cover over the secret entrance, and then use it to enter secretly into the shelter. They'll be alarmed, but they will of course recognize you as Link, and then you'll be given a free pass despite being a dirty good-for-nothing foe. And in here then you can start the quest by talking to an archaeologist who is staring at a wall by the name of Rotana. She will tell you that she is convinced that there's actually an 8th mythical figure in the Gerudo's legend involving 7 mythical figures, the 7 heroines, and we're going to help her prove her theory. So, step 1 of that process is to take 4 pictures, one of each of the ruined walls with similar symbols to the one she's looking at, all hidden around the base. You can follow my footsteps in doing this. They're all very close by because, again, we're all contained in a hidden underground bunker here. And once you have them all, well then return to her, show her, and she will be very, very pleased with you and start expositing about the orb in front of her. And these orbs are really where it's at. We want to follow her then with said orb to this chamber where there is 7 statues, each perfectly situated to contain an orb. Put this one with the statue that matches its symbol, and now we're ready to really begin this treasure hunt in the mysterious 8th. And this treasure hunt, as you might imagine, involves getting the other 6 orbs. The first of which then can be found by just swimming up through the ceiling right next to her, leaping off and heading to this kind of mound of sand and getting rid of it. The best bet for this is to summon some wind. You can do this with a fan, and I'm quite a fan of that solution. Underneath will be an orb, grab it and run all the way back into the shelter, into the room, place it in its matching statue symbol, and good job. The next one then is located just at the other side of town. It's very much in the open, so you can just run and grab it, return, and hand it in. And each time you do so, and I know this is going to be very exciting, but you get a Hydro Melon! I honestly don't know why she thinks this is a good reward. I guess, you know, desert people, am I right? Anyway, we then want the next orb, and oh, it's under this giant pile of sand. Huh. And is at this point that I have to inform you that finishing this quest does require you to complete the Lightning Temple in the Gerudo Desert and solve the sandstorm that's going on so the town can return to normal and reveal some more orbs for you to collect. I realize that's quite a little bit of a, oh, really, just go do the Lightning Temple. But trust me, other than, of course, you're going to want to do the Lightning Temple because it's one of the 4 temples in the main story, and obviously you're going to do it at some point, it's very much worth doing. Not only is, in my opinion, maybe the most fun temple, but it does unlock, you know, the power to strike things with lightning at your command, which is very good too. So now then, let's carry on our orb quest, which sounds like a really cheesy children's TV show. In any case, we can now go get the one in the shelter itself that was being used as a backrest, but no longer, as the Gerudo who was leaning against it is now back up top with everyone else, all happy that you saved the day. So get that in its statue. Job's a good un. Then we can go back to that one that was buried in sand, only to find out it's very much the coveted plaything of one of the children around the town. So you can either go sit at a fire to pass the time, or just wait for her to walk up and start looking at it, and then you can have a chat with her, and she'll agree to give it you if you beat her in a game of Find the Stuffed Sand Walrus. A real classic. And once you do agree to play that game, well, she doesn't hide it very well. It's right next to where you start. Just head straight down and turn to the right, and there it is, not even behind something. Now you can go get that orb, and once again, of course, cart it very slowly to the statue room. As I said, this one really is taxing, but hey, it's a fun little journey with a really cool payoff. Then we want to get the final orb in the shelter, which can be found over here, and climb the ladder, turn around, and it's on the ledge, along with a few other goodies you can get if you want. Then we have to get what I call the Bastard Orb, because it's at the bloody Bizarre Oasis, which you probably have the shrine at now if you've done the Lightning Temple. In any case, head there and you will see 2 Hylians very sad with the orb you crave, but you can't just take it because it belongs to the reason that they're sad, their friend who has been lost. So head out into the desert and deliberately offer yourself to the great sinkhole, falling down into a cave, and lo and behold, there he is. You want to destroy, mine, explode your way out. Yeah. You get to this room, you want to choose this tunnel in particular, the slightly sunken one at the back. That will eventually lead you to a ladder which will let you all escape, reuniting him with his comrades, and as a reward you are of course gifted the spherical relic. I just wanted to try something different to orb for once. And then this one sucks, because yes, you have to carry this all the way back to Gerudo Town down into the statue room. I tried to make a little like sand skiff sort of thing, and no, it didn't work. The ball attached to it made it really unbalanced, but however you get there, you do get there, and then you'll be placing it on the final statue, all of them now in where they should be. And the floor will open up, revealing the Giga Orb. Read the inscription in front of it to progress the quest, and now you have to take the Giga Orb all the way to the ruins to the north to unlock the tomb that we'll be looting. And I suggest that you go on the left side of the ruins as you head out of town, not the right side like I did, where I got sniped by a goddamn Lizalfos and had to do the entire run a second time. But no, I'm not bitter about that in any way, shape, or form. So head down the left and you will eventually reach the very end of the ruins. You'll see a hole in the ground. Go down there with your giant orb, place it into the socket, and you will open up the ruins. Then we want to pop in said ruins, and you want to follow the path that I am taking, uncovering a drop down in the floor by moving the panels with Ultra Hand, then continue onwards down the path, past the barred gate, and leap into the pit, and you want to drift into the top of the rooms available here, and then you end up in this room with 3 panels. The leftmost one is the one you want to remove, the other 2 have surprises of varying quality, and then we carry on through there. We want to destroy it through the rocky wall, then we finally reach this bridge that will try and drop you down if you fail your timing, but lo and behold then, this is our prize, the statue of the 8th heroine room. And it is here then that every single blood moon, because these are pickups, they respawn, which means every sort of 3 hours or so of game time, you will get a Gerudo shield, a Gerudo Claymore, a Gerudo spear, and a Gerudo Scimitar, along with a ruby, a sapphire, and a topaz. And a bow too. That is so tasty. That is so useful. Oh, and 300 rupees for your first time here as well. If you have access to your own custom teleport points through upgrading the Purapad, do put one down here so you can return without faff. I sadly don't, so I'll have to make the trip again, but that is fine, because again, this is so ridiculously worth it. Grab all the goodies and head back and report your findings, and you will be rewarded with a diamond and a good feeling of warm, gooey accomplishment. So why is this so good? Because Gerudo weapons are so good, and this is a respawning, reliable, returnable to source of one of each of them. But why are they so good? Well, they have a passive trait of powerful fusion. Anything you fuse to them doubles in damage. So that silver Lynel part that adds 55 will now add 110 to the weapon. That is so good. Yes, you lose a bit of durability, but you still have a full durability weapon. So you get this entire collection, you get a pile of high-value fuse parts, you fuse them all up like this, and then you end up with, yeah, this arsenal of absolutely stellar fuse weapons that you can use over and over and over again by either A, repairing them at the Octorocks. God, why am I so bad at this game? By either A, repairing them at the Octorocks, or B, heading to Tarrytown and getting them defused to rescue the powerful fuse part, and then going back to the tomb, grabbing more Gerudo weapons, because again, easy location of respawning powerful weapons, and then refusing the new weapons. It just gives you this treasure trove that you can endlessly take from, that means you always have a source of strong equipment to take on any given challenge, boss, dungeon, etc. now through the rest of the game, as well as many other rewards and goodies along the way, including forcing you to do the Lightning Temple, which unlocks so much good stuff that it's not even something I can go into here because we'd be here for another hour. In any case then, yeah. Oh, hang on, I've got one better for you. If you go down to the depths underneath Gerudo Desert, and you find one of the many statues that I'm sure you've no doubt seen around the place, you can have them, if you are lucky, after you have found it up top, a Gerudo weapon, except down here in the depths, it won't be the gloomed up kind of rubbish version. It will be the clean, pristine version. Then you can grab that, and then that will mean that the weapons that spawn in that room become the pristine good versions, which have over double the base damage, and that is so nice too, and a little bit extra way to really min-max this. And if you didn't know that in general, yeah, the weapons in the depths aren't ruined. They are the full quality, clean, ready to go versions, and finding them in the depths means that they start spawning up top too, and that's really good to have going on. In any case then, yeah, there you have it. I hope you have enjoyed this walkthrough of this quite lengthy quest and the rewards it has for you. For now then, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world our stage. Goodbye.